Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. In this video, we are going to talk about Akane Minagawa, who has two personalities, an innocent music school teacher and a slut who loves to exploit people. It all happened during her school days when a boy returned her handkerchief. As her friend is watching them, she grabs his hands and starts to flirt with him. He likes Akane and falls for her right away. The truth is, Akane is not interested in that guy, and he is not her type either. She knows that the boy was her friend's big-time crush, and she deeply loves him. For some reason, Akane likes to receive yearning from her friends and to see every girl in her school, longing for something that she could have and steal from them so easily. The next day, she slept with that boy and enjoyed being desired by men, as if she had discovered the significance of her existence. Then Akane realized that she liked to exploit people and store their jealousy. From that day on, she slept with every man who came across her path and stole them away from women. Akane meets Mugi for the first time during her tutoring session. She noticed Mugi had feelings for her, so she purposely did things to gain his attention in every session. However, Mugi is scared to confess his feelings, so he asks his senior mate to pretend like Akane and uses her to fulfill his physical desires. But Mei already knows Akane is a slut, so she takes Mugi and follows her to the hotel, where they both see Akane making out with some old guy. Mugi cried all that night. He could never believe his first love Akane would sleep with some random old balls. But Akane plans on everything that she does around men. The next day she takes a cream from Mugi's cheeks and licks it, and shows her cleavage. Mugi knows she is a slut and purposely gains his attention, but he also likes Akane as a slut and he feels useless for being unable to let go of her. Instead, he likes to fall for every trap to stick with her. 2 years later, Akane joins as a high school music teacher, where she meets Mugi again and Hanabi for the first time, a very popular girl among the boys and desired by them. Akane thought Hanabi was just like her and belonged to her slut world, but she caught Hanabi off guard and has feelings for her brother Narumi. After seeing this, Akane decided to exploit her feelings and take Narumi away from her to store her jealousy. One day, Narumi and Akane went to the bar. He asked for an answer to his proposal, but Akane was already bored of Narumi for his lame conversations. She drank too much, lost her balance, and fell down, but Narumi grabbed her and said, "I'm relieved, Hana." He accidentally said Hanabi's name when he tried to save Akane from getting hurt. For the first time, Akane thought Narumi would be interesting. She wanted to steal Narumi from Hanabi, so she kissed him. Later, they both hang out in a hotel room. Narumi was also drunk, so Akane used this opportunity to have sex with him. Even though she sleeps with every man she comes across, she never turns down anyone who approaches her or begs them to stay with her. She always feels alone and disconnected from people, because she always loves herself so much and never believes in unconditional love from someone. Finally, Mugi confessed his love on summer vacation and wished to fill the gap between people with his love. She once said to him that when she dies, she has no desire to be remembered by anyone, and that's why he wants to be the one who fills her void. He slept with Akane multiple times to fulfill his long-lasting physical desires, but she never saw Mugi as he did. He realized she would never fall in love with him just by satisfying her physically. When Akane was having a day out with Narumi, Takuya saw Akane with another new guy. Takuya tells him that she is a slut and everything about Akane. She also confesses to Narumi that she is a slut and walks away happily, because she always wants to be free from boredom and cross paths in relationships to build a gap between them, and she will never fall in love with a lame guy like him. But Narumi grabs her hand, says he still loves her, and asks her to live the way she likes. For the first time, Akane's void gets occupied, and she starts to connect with people for some reason. And being unable to let go of someone she doesn't even like, Narumi asks Akane to marry him, and Akane is speechless because whenever she tries to excite him to have sex with her, he denies it all the time. She feels he is the one driving her, because men always want to have sex with her. Whenever Akane wants to cross the line into the slut world and be alone, Narumi always comes first to hold her hands and comfort her. She realized Narumi was not loving her just for her physical desires, She decided to change herself for the first time and accepted his proposal to marry him. Akane tells Mugi that she is going to get married soon. He knows that goodbye, and he sees Akane as a different person and not as a broken woman. He can't blame her, he also wants to fulfill his desire. In the end, Mugi loves the broken and alone woman from the past, not the Akane he sees right now. Akane gets married to Narumi, and she starts to live a normal life. However, she struggles a lot being a married woman. Her past keeps on chasing her wherever she goes, and she encounters many men from her past again. Every time they see each other, they approach her again to have sex with her. She already set herself above the bar and doesn't want to go back to that side again. She reminds herself to stay only in married life. Fortunately, whenever she feels lonely or confused, Narumi will always be there to warm her up. Together, they have a cute baby and live a peaceful life.